So today I want to talk a little bit about guardianships. It's one of the areas where a lot of people are confused as to what a guardianship actually means. There are a few different kinds, but in general, a guardianship is one person taking the place of another for decisions regarding either medical or financial decisions. Most of the time we hear it in terms of when someone is incapacitated. Somebody becomes ill with dementia, or they've had a serious stroke to where they can no longer manage their financial matters or their daily living activities. If it's for medical decisions, that's a guardianship for person of the person. If it's a guardianship for someone's finances, that's for that person's estate. The general rule is if someone has powers of attorney, you can usually avoid guardianships because someone's already been appointed in case of their incapacity to make decisions for financial or medical decisions. Sometimes in the case of young adults, for example, highly autistic children who become adults who really can't manage on their own all their finances or their daily living activities, or some combination, you can get guardianships for them in a limited capacity for the things they need. Some people, where if it's temporary, it can be a temporary guardianship until, for example, they become better or they come out of a coma and heal. So there's a number of different types of guardianships. Essentially what it takes is filing something with a county court, a application for someone to become the guardian, a doctor acknowledging that this person either has limited or no capacity for certain things, and a court hearing. At the court hearing, the court has also appointed what we call an attorney ad litem for the person who's been alleged to be incapacitated, so that they can verify that's either the truth or maybe there's some combination that's not quite right. Additionally, the court puts people on notice, such as spouses, children, and siblings, of any pending type case for a guardianship. So it's a process that's meant to protect that person who's been alleged to be incapacitated. And then the powers can be limited by the court, or they can be essentially very broad, just the same as if that person making those choices. You've heard on some of our blogs, if you watch them, about powers of attorney. Those are very important if this ever happens as the result of an illness or an incapacity issue, because quite often you can get around these guardianships if you have those. Guardianships are court supervised. You're usually having to be bonded if you're the guardian of that person's estate. So it's a little complex, and a lot of people would like to avoid that if at all possible. Here at Kleeman Associates, we're glad to talk with you about your questions regarding guardianships or potential guardianships, and help you understand them and see if that's what you need for your loved one.